to the stadium on a gold throne carried by people. I'm like, bro, he ain't going to retire anytime soon, man.
He's fighting Usyk again.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight, too. He's nonstop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else. Joshua didn't know what to do with him. He's like, where is this guy going to be when I'm throwing punches? He was moving all over the place.
Yeah, it's
so different.
It's so different. I remember when I was watching the Joshua Usyk fight, it made me realize the importance of technique, because Joshua is a real physical specimen.
And has great technique, too.
Yeah. But he doesn't have that elite level of technique that Usyk had, and you could see the combinations, the way he was throwing punches. He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Well, you know what it is? He's a heavyweight, and the heavyweights were never really that good in terms of that kind of technique. It's like you need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight because everyone's super talented and technical. When you get up to the heavyweight division, it tends to be like a lower bar. You know, and so when you have an elite athlete like Joshua who's like fast and knockout power, he can excel without having the kind of technique that a guy like Lomachenko and Usyk were trained by the same guy. They were both trained by Lomachenko's father. So they both have extreme technique. And then you have Bivol and Bitter Beef that just fought. Same thing. Both like super Soviet style boxing, and you go, whoa, like this is technique, like really, really high level technique. But it's rare that someone with that kind of technique gets into the heavyweight division.
And that's why Fury is just a magnificent fighter, because Fury is from a gypsy background, and those boys are taught to fight at the age of 3-4 years old, and it's in their culture. They all fight. They all trained as boxers. And telling you as someone who has broken up fights with gypsy kids when I used to teach them, they are taught never to back down. You never back down. You always go for it until the very end. I remember when I was watching the Fury Wilder fight, and I remember someone saying to me, like, he's knocked down, he ain't getting up. I'm like, mate, trust me, he's going to get up. He's going to get up. Yeah, and then, but that's why Fury's a force of nature. It's that technique he has, which has been instilled in him from basically the moment he could walk.
Technique and huge. And if you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little bit. And Usyk wound up just